as we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Razorbacks will put toe to leather to crank us up. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to Brown. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, the ground game. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
And the Canes are flying down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
The Canes with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains, it's at the 22. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
They'll try to get outside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
all right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to move it through the air. And that one's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Looking to throw for it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. At the 45, on its way. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Movement here from the tight end. He has the first and still on his feet. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes quarterbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on second down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cade!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And he tacks on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After that last completion, it's second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Going up top on first down. And the timing just a hair off. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Second and 10, he'll throw again. This time it's complete. Got room at the 35. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Score tied 7-7.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Buys a little time. Working on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Razorbacks getting set on first and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw it again. Floating away. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer,
And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Keep it on the ground. Snowed under by the defense.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in 2, right? Because
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Get a hat trick of touchdowns as a Razorback running back, and they start bringing up names like Alex Collins and Madre Hill and Darren McFadden.
How unbelievable is that? Just to be mentioned with those kind of names, that shows you what kind of day this young man's having. Running the football with authority. Arkansas fans, I can promise you, are proud of this young man.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
it's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Hawks send that offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Caught. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Touch pass on the run. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline, one of these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He makes the connection. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this: we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack, punting the football.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply went wrong.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, wants to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. One more snap coming before halftime. Right back to the well. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The jet sweep pass. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the game time.
And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a... Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around and maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Now on second down after the short completion. Give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got it burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And now they take the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. They're trailing by 10 to Oklahoma. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Man, you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the tackle. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
From the gun, running back on the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. Picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge and just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Offense getting set for first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Arkansas 24, Miami 21.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to get the edge on the right. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the Canes will have a first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback keeper. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time. And he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. Touchdown, Canes! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Send that offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Now adjusting. Slings it downfield. It's caught. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Gets it inside the 10. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Arkansas! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. quick touch pass to the receiver. He's out past the 35. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Brown has it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Offense gets set for second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Just going to keep it after the snap. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The stress that a guy who can run that fast puts on a defense, even if it's a pass play, he has them on edge all the time.
Oh, the D coordinator. This guy gives them nightmares every night leading up to this game because if you don't have people accounting for him and your eyes go to the wrong place or someone's out of position, that dude is gone.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it's a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The toss sweep to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Fair catch called for and made. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best...
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? When you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Line getting set on second down. They'll try the run. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
First down here for the offense. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. You want to talk about building confidence, coming through